We are recording this live. This is the first Dade County Radio podcast, the Dade County Radio EDM Podcast. So we just gonna listen to some music and chill for a sec. So we basically just talk. Okay, so you got me into this EDM music. How'd you get into EDM music?
Well, basically, I was talking to this guy, which ended really bad. But anyways, he was into dubstep, and he took me to this first show where I saw Cruella, and that is a whole nother world. Like when I saw those lights in there and the tutus and the jumping around, I was done.
Was you on something?
Maybe.
Okay. So was you on something before you stepped into the club?
Actually, no. That was once I got in there. I was actually drinking. I was already drunk already.
Now you don't have to say exactly what you were on.
Yeah.
If you were on anything, allegedly.
I was not on something the first time, but then after I went to the show and I'm looking at everybody, I said, "Why everybody looks zoned out?" I said, "But it looked kind of fun." So, what is this?
Now, where was this at again?
It was actually at Cinema.
Oh, Club Cinema in Pompano.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw Cruella.
How many people were there about, you think? Thousands or hundreds?
It was thousands of people.
Oh, my God. Okay, so you walking into big Club Cinema.
Yep.
I know Club Cinema is decked out.
Oh, yeah.
So you walk into this club for the first time. Now, what made you go there? Now, you dating this dude. Why'd you say yes to checking this shit out?
Well, first off, because when I first heard the music, I was just stoked over it. And I was in love with him. And he was just sexy. And I just wanted to dance with him for real.
Sexy white boy.
Oh, yeah. Sexy white boy.
Tattoos?
Oh, yeah. He does. And he was tall with his blonde hair.
Okay. Tall, blonde, long hair or short?
No, short hair. But he was sexy.
Okay. This is a sexy white boy.
Yep.
Close.
But definitely I would say that was an experience. But that's a whole nother world. That's a whole nother world.
So now you're in the club. You're not on nothing but some liquor. Was you on liquor before you went to the club?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not on nothing but liquor. And you walk into the club. You see this lights, the music. What happens now?
The minute I saw the lights and the music, I was like, this is crazy. Then I started seeing people taking their clothes off. I was like, I really like this because I love being naked.
Oh, my goodness. Now, what year was this? Do you remember?
Yeah, this is 2012.
Okay, this was not that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
And that's an experience of a lifetime. And that's when she dropped her single, Alive. And I was just
Who's she?
Cruella.
Cruella.
But Cruella was a group.
Cruella.
Yes.
Cruella, okay.
We're a group. And they dropped the single Alive. And I was just like, this is amazing. And to see the dubstep, because I'm like a rock music person too also. So dubstep is kind of like electronic rock. So I was like, I am in my element right now. I'm like the only black girl in there.
Yeah, she's black, by the way, y'all. Yeah, Nelly. We don't even know what we're going to call her, but for right now, she's Nelly. She's black. Go ahead.
I'm the only black girl in there. And then they started with the trap music. So I'm like, okay, I still got a little, black in me, so I started doing the booty dancing, and that was just what killed everything. Everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, look at her butt!"
Her butt is so big.
And then after that, I went to Ultra. That was an experience that I'm still crying over right now because I got to see Swedish House Mafia, who just broke up, but that was their last show. And they actually broke up and ended.
Now you skipped the part. What made Cinema the best?
It made Cinema the best. Cinema was the best because you could just do anything. There wasn't any rules. When they got little kids coming in there for
Wow.
Yeah. We're in there doing crazy stuff. I've never just seen, they have rooms to do this in and do that in. Everybody's high over here, high over there.
So how did that night end?
Oh, that night ended, it ended very well. Very well, because that same night after I left there, remember I said I hadn't been doing anything yet. He asked me, he was like, do you know what Molly is? And I was like, no, what is that? He was like, oh my God, you have to try this. So I was like, shit, I'm going to try it.
Not at the club. This was after the club.
After the club.
Oh, man. So you did this whole night Motley free.
So I take it, and this is at the time frame when I was living at Homestead by myself, and literally, I'm in the car, I'm feeling the wind blowing, I'm like, why the fuck is everything looking like it's moving everywhere? But you're talking about when I got, he said, no, just chill out, we're going to get to the house in a minute.
And remember, Pompano to Homestead is a long-ass drive.
Yeah, but when I got home, it was well worth it.
Okay, that Molly did it.
Oh, yeah. And after that, it was like home free. After that, it was just a mess. But it's been great. Like the music, when I first started out with it, it was more dubstep. Then I kind of changed to trap. Everything was trap.
Okay.
You know, not pop your head, booty dancing, you know, whatever. Then I got into the future house.
Okay.
Which is more of that groovy, you know, that kind of, like, I would say, old school kind of disco.
Which I don't know nothing about.
But see, you got to listen to the music so you can hear it.
Well, I'm listening now. So now we can go to Ultra.
Okay.
Now, how did Ultra happen?
Ultra happened because I was going to little shows here and there. And then I knew about Ultra, but I didn't. So he's like, right now you want to go to Ultra? I'm like, Ultra what? Do I get to wear clothes? He was like, no, you don't have to. I said, oh shit, I can put some pasties on and a G-string. We're good.
and Ultra is perfectly fine with that. Okay.
So I go over there and.
Now, what particular club at Ultra?
No, Ultra, it was, that's downtown.
It's not is it a club called
No,
Ultra?
it's outside.
Right, it's outdoors.
Outdoors.
It's an outdoor festival.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's Bayfront Park.
Downtown
by.
Anyway, you listen to this podcast right now. You know what Ultra Music Festival is. I don't, but you do.
And that is something else, man. It's amazing.
Okay, so you walk into Ultra. Are you on something, liquor?
Oh yeah, no, I was mollied out.
Walking in?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
what's done?
So Swedish House Mafia. What was the vibe like?
that was the vibe where you're already high as hell. So you know how you go to hippie festivals. Everybody's in love with each other. We're all friends. You know, we're all in love. Like, oh my gosh, you're my best friend. We love each other. And then you hear the music, and then you just sit there and start crying.